making that transition into Class 3A. So Woodlawn gets an opportunity to come down here tonight, play against the Class 3A school on the schedule, and that's very important as far as what Woodlawn wants to do, getting a game against a different opponent rather than a conference school.
Yeah, driving down, left the Midland Trail, came through Black Diamond, and then ended up river to river. So it is a river out there, I tell you. Be careful, people, if you're late arriving, getting in. There's some low spots on the roads for sure full of water. But, yeah, this is a game that Woodlawn picked up last year on the schedule at Woodlawn, and it worked out well for them in their tournament quest, and this year is no exception. They returned the favor, come down here. Beautiful gym. If people haven't been down recently, they've remodeled a little bit. You know, it's the bowl-shaped style, sets down, sunken. Real nice place to view a basketball game, and got a nice viewing area here for the media people. That was keeping us in mind for sure. But a nice atmosphere here this evening, and we are looking forward to bringing it to everybody.
It's a who's who of people around in this gym tonight, with this one being the few games in the area. A lot of coaches. We've seen Wade Thomas from Johnston City, Todd Tripp and Matt Crane from Goreville. We've seen some Benton fans just walk through. We've seen some other scouts out across the way, the other side of the gym. They snuck in the back door. So a lot of people taking this one in here tonight, and I think it's important for Herrin. They actually are in a tournament, Mike, that starts tonight, but they don't start it because it's at West Frankfort, an 8-game tournament. Frankfort and Vienna play tonight, but Herrin will pick up play next week. Kind of odd when tournament starts and you don't start it.
Yeah, and that was one of the quirky things in the schedule. And it was a little weird last night as well, trying to find a different 2A game or a 1A game to see last night, and really couldn't find anything to my liking that I wanted to go see. And I knew with the game tonight we were going to have the same thing with the crowd. I know a lot of coaches already passed by and talked to us. But yeah, that was one of the weird things, how that tournament was actually going to be starting. But since the night off and now the weekend gets you, and you can start back fresh next week. But just one of the weird things, but it is really good for the Woodlawn Cardinals to get a game like this. You know, you face a team from the river to river. This year, the classified as a 3A school, bigger competition, and that's what Woodlawn Cardinals are looking for right now.
Woodlawn's looking for that. We're looking for our second break of the Coach House Garage's pregame show. When we come back, we'll run down some scores in the area. That NFL game is in double overtime between the Broncos and the Ravens. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit and give you some scores from around the Southern Illinois as well. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
Don't miss the huge cleanup sale going on now at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Save an extra 15% off the already marked down prices on all La-Z-Boy reclining furniture, all sofas, holiday, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, check out all the new painted furniture at the General Store. Save 60% off all Christmas and 30% off all jams and candle jars. So get there, Newell Furniture and the General Store. They are cleaning up to save you more.
Hi, this is Monica Wilt with People's National Bank. Being locally owned, we know the importance of having a free checking account that you can depend on. The account only takes $100 to open, and there is no minimum balance requirement. People's National Bank offers big bank services with small hometown feel. Stop by any People's National Bank branch and ask about the benefits of the People's National Bank free checking account.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the Collision Pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the Showcase on WMIX.
You're listening to to the Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you're in need of a garage to protect your car or prized possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. As we mentioned, there are some games going around in Southern Illinois as we speak. We'll roll through a few of them right now. At the Chester tournament tonight, in the consolation game, Marissa Coulterville beat Alvarado 50-46. And in the other game involving an Illinois team, in the fifth-place game, Saxony Lutheran beat Cobden 60-39. At the Jerseyville tournament, Cahokia beat Pittsfield 59-45. Girls play tonight in the consolation championship. Woodlawn gets the consolation championship, beating West Richland 56-46. And Wayne City beats Weber Township in the third-place game 34-26. Highland Girls Tournament today, Nashville over Triad 56-19. Hillsboro edged Cowden Herrick 55-53. Belleville West beat Althoff 48-31. Carlisle beat Salem 51-36. Bree Central beat Vandalia 62-22. And Oakville beat Highland 44-41. We'll also tell you that Mount Carmel Girls beat Polk County 72-35. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. Mike, we're here in Herrin, a good atmosphere. It's kind of a late arriving crowd. Nice crowd down from Woodlawn tonight in a rainy, arc-like evening to get here. A lot of deep water along the way, but it's nice to see a lot of red, white, and blue down here tonight in Herrin.
Yeah, it sure is, and traveled well Tuesday night. North Clay, as we mentioned, was the conference game, but boy, this one here, yeah, it was, considering the elements that are outside among us here this evening, a good crowd, and it'll be a noisy crowd, too. This place holds its noise very, very well. As evident, we've been hearing the band, and I'm sure we'll probably get a good rendition of the national anthem this evening from them. So look forward to an exciting night here of basketball.
An exciting night here of basketball will continue next week. It's a busy week on WMIX. On Monday night, Lady Rams at Carbondale Tournament versus DuQuoin. On Tuesday night, we will be at Woodlawn as the Woodlawn Cardinals play the winner of Weber Township and Wayne City. That'll be on the FM. The Rams play Effingham at Salem on Wednesday night on the FM at 7 o'clock. Then on Thursday night, and Friday and Saturday, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to listen to WMIX. You're going to have to follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports, or go to Facebook.com/WMIX Sports, or go to our website, WMIXSports.com, because, Mike, it's tournament time. We know we're going to have games. We kind of know what we're going to have, but you got to wait till the games happen to see where we are. But we got multiple games next week between Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Waltonville, Wayne City, and Weber on the boys and or girls side.
Yeah, and I think there was the way the Midland Trail tournament that we've been able to, fortunately, been able to do the last several years, and now you add Waltonville into that mix, so that's going to add another team to follow. I think after you get through the preliminary round games on the top seeds, then that will feed into the semis on a Friday night and the finals on a Saturday night. And following all the teams that we do, you're going to have to need a little roadmap assistance to get through that. But we've got ways and means that people can check that out and hear us at some point in time this next week, carried over all the way through Saturday night.
Listen to us there as some of us are making that trek down here tonight to Herrin. Of course, we'll let you know as we go along next week, a busy week of high school basketball around the area. The NFL game is over in double overtime. Baltimore and Reverend Ray Lewis continue on to the AFC title game, beating Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos 38-35. So Reverend Ray will have another game to come out, playing the winner of the Patriots or the Texans next weekend. The band is winding down. The teams are heading to their benches. Teams are getting water. We'll play the game of lineups, anthem, or all the above. The flag here, oh yeah, there it is. It's been a while. It's been a year since I've been here. Actually not. I was here last year, so it's not a big deal.
We're going to hold the Tiger first, though. You know that.
Right, and the lights are going to go out.
We're going to hold the Tiger.
Right, and we're going to have lights go out here. I still believe they do the flashlight thing. I don't see their cheerleaders. Of course, Waltonville was one of the two. Waltonville and Herrin had the flashlight lineup to shut the lights out. I'm sure they still do that here as well. So we will see what we do first. Here as both teams line up. It looks as if it's going to be the anthem. So we'll take a break. We'll come back to the starting line for the opening tip. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm Reese Barnfield with a look at your next rad weather. Rain and possibly a thunderstorm for tonight. A flash flood watch is in effect. A low around 32 degrees. Cloudy for tomorrow, then gradually becoming mostly sunny. Temperatures falling throughout the day to around 27 degrees. Chances of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Mostly clear for tomorrow night, a low around 18. Mostly sunny Monday, high 32. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Do you know what your mortgage rate is? You probably know what your monthly payment is, but your interest rate can make a big difference. With rates still low, now is the perfect time to look into refinancing your current mortgage. Stop by People's National Bank today and ask to see me, Joy Schrader, while rates are still this low.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Loans subject to credit approval.
Talk to your neighbors, then talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts. State Farm wants to get you all available discounts. That's why we apply the savings automatically during your quote. Want confirmation that you're getting all the discounts that you're eligible for? There's a State Farm agent right here in Jefferson County who's always happy to help. See Scott Owens in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770.
Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXSports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
People's National Bank bring you the starting lineups tonight. Just how many branches does People's National Bank have? Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com to find a branch near you. Over 100 years old and still growing. People's National Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Denny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside, and I'll turn it over to Mike for those starting lineups tonight.
Thank you very much, Danny. And for the Herrin Tigers, coming in a nice contest with a 4-10 record on the season, they're going to start a 6'1" senior, number 1, Austin Butler. A 6'2" senior wearing number 15, Gerald Hurdle. A 6'1" senior, number 21, Justin Lukey. 6'1" senior, number 30, Brendan Beasley. And in center will be a 6'3" senior. He'll be wearing number 45, and that is A.J. Tate. The Tigers are coached by Irv Luking, assisted by John Sims and Brian Maxenbacher. And for the defending Class 1A state champion, Woodlawn Cardinals, tonight's contest, 13-2 on the season. Little change in the lineup tonight. Chris Harlow, number 33, the 6'1" senior. 6'1" junior, number 31, Jason Hateman. 6'5" senior, number 22, Gabe Owens. 6'2" senior, 25, Logan Isaac, and getting a start this evening, healthy, and has been playing the last few games, a 6' senior, number 11, Matt Kennedy. And that'll put Ty Coleman coming off with Jake Robertson and Chase Phelps. Ross Owens in on the bench. Matt Kennedy gets a start here tonight. Head coach Shane Witzel, assisted by Scott Owens, and those are your starting lineups.
People's National Bank have instant access to your account anytime, anywhere with online banking from People's National Bank. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The Herrin Tigers going to get ready to be introduced. They have a drum line, which is becoming more and more popular here in Southern Illinois between Mount Vernon and others. And they do not shut the lights out here this year, so this is one that went away. Waltonville and Herrin, the last two, we don't have any more night lights now.
Well, I tell you what, and I got this fancy new pen to be prepared with that, see? And I'm not even going to get a chance to use it this year, but we'll have it just in case.
Flashlight app was ready at the Wable, but they don't do that here in Herrin anymore as Herrin and Woodlawn get ready to go. It is Woodlawn in their road reds, trimmed in white and blue. It is Herrin in their home whites, trimmed in orange and black. Irv Lukens, the coach, had a chance to talk with him before the game, and in a very good mood. Looking forward to this game. Had a tough one last night with Massac County. Now what you're seeing here, or what you are hearing here, the starting lineup, so they have a 4th grade program where they had a kid come out to get a T-shirt autographed by all the players for good behavior in a 4th grade classroom down here in Herrin. Pretty good idea. They get to come out through the starting lineup line just like anybody else.
Yeah, that is very neat for those young men. I tell you, that's some things right there that they're not going to quickly forget for sure. And now you got the memento with the signed T-shirt from all your favorite players here in high school. So that's really nice, and a lot of pictures being taken, and looks like a little TV work doing here as well before this game gets started.
Oh, yeah, TV here. A lot of people here tonight. It's one of the few games in the area, and we'll remind people that we have been told that the Grayville-Noble game scheduled for Monday night, Noble at Grayville in the MCC tournament, will either be moved to Noble or Grayville will have to forfeit. Grayville schools are canceled through Wednesday because of a flu outbreak. So a decision will be made Monday at noon regarding the Noble-Grayville game. It'll either be at Grayville Monday night or it'll be a forfeit. And that, unfortunately, of course, the flu going around. We hope nobody has to deal with that. But if you do, get over it. Get away from it.
Yeah, it's getting to a bad state, and I know just seeing some Internet articles and some blogs about it, it's pretty rough this time. So especially when, school, and you have the water fountains and everything.
What are you talking about?
As you get in your spray right there. You bet. It's take it very, very seriously.
Those Z-Pack goes a long, long way for me. It's hit everybody, and being in a school like I am every day, I'm around it quite a bit. Dee Wiley, Rocky Hall, and Scott Riggs are your officials for that Twitter follower that asked who the officials were in this one. Both teams at center court, Class 1A versus Class 3A. Woodlawn and Herrin in front of a nice crowd. In fact, the red, white, and blue have traveled in force. Tip controlled as we begin by the Woodlawn Cardinals. That's Chris Harlow with the basketball. He'll leave it off for Gabe Owens, and we're underway in Williamson County. It's rained a little bit on the way down there, but Isaac gets to the Kennedy in the corner. He goes left baseline, goes to the rim, shot blocked and a foul, and Kennedy go to the line and shoot two as he owns that left baseline, it seems like, in the last couple of weeks.
It's so hard to defend. I mean, we talk about it as people, you just think it's common sense, but it is. That left-hander on that left side of the baseline, it just causes defensive problems anytime you have somebody that's quick with that first step.
Kennedy makes the first, he'll get another. You're not a number of credit score Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person or business with needs. And through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Kennedy will have another. His second one is good. Woodlawn out to a quick 2-0 start. Interesting to see the psyche of Herrin tonight after losing that close one to a conference pro, basically a rival in Herrin. They immediately come out and turn the ball over on their first possession. Cardinals 12-2, Herrin 4-10, as Mike said in this non-conference matchup here tonight. We'll see how this goes as Woodlawn played on Tuesday night at North Clay, and then, of course, the conference tournament beginning next week for the Cardinals. Hateman to Isaac, deep left wing, top of the key, Harlow. Harlow holds above his head, goes to the right side, leaves it off for Gabe Owens. Owens deep right corner, comes back on the dribble left-handed to the left wing to Kennedy. Kennedy a couple dribbles now to Owens deep left wing behind the three-point line off the screen. Herrin is switching on the man-to-man defense right now. Owens goes to Isaac in the corner to Kennedy. He's guarded by Pirtle. Pirtle, Kennedy, Harlow, Hateman. Isaac in the right corner around the perimeter. Isaac top of the key to Owens. Shots underway, 2-0 Woodlawn. 7 minutes to go in the first. Kennedy to Hateman to Harlow. Top of the key, Isaac to Kennedy. Kennedy gets baseline, goes right side this time, up and missed the layup. Couldn't go with his right hand, rebound to Herrin. That's 2 points Woodlawn missed out on. Pirtle up the left side to the top of the key. Still on the dribble, leaves it for Lucan's top of the key. Justin Lucan in his 10th year tonight. Seems like he's been playing forever. Inside pass goes to Tate. He'll turn around 10-footer off glass, no good. Rebound Harlow Hateman. Harlow has it from Hateman and to Owens. Comes the other way. Owens picks it up in the backcourt. Rare mistake by the senior. Harlow on the right wing. He tells Owens to get lost, and we'll run the offense. Isaac goes in the left corner to Kennedy. Kennedy on the dribble out to Harlow in the left wing. Harlow within the corner. Owens for a three ball in the way. It's good. Three goggles go up by the officials for Gabe Owens, and it's 5-0 Woodlawn.
He wore North Clay out in the corner Tuesday night on that same shot.
He wears a lot of people out. Hopefully it keeps going. Hateman has it guarded. Now the ball is with Butler in the left corner for the Tigers. Butler out to Lukens, top of the key. Hateman draws that assignment, and Lukens has it. Lukens comes around on the dribble around Hateman to the left wing. That's an interesting matchup. Leaves the top of the key for Tate back to Lukens on the left side. 5:40 to go in the first. Woodlawn up 5-0. Pirtle on the left wing holds above his head. Top of the key pass Butler. Left wing to Lukens. Lukens is their guy they go to a lot, and he's getting an assignment guarded by Hateman. Beasley with it. Back out to Lukens. Long three on the way is good. Hateman daring him, and if you're going to dare him, Justin will shoot and make a lot of times. It's 5-3 Woodlawn.
As the T-shirts going across, the first three-pointer of the season, cuts the margin now down to 2.
Oh, Isaac with it on the left wing. Holds, takes the dribble, now goes in the left corner to Owens. Pirtle draws the assignment. Owens to Harlow. Top of the key to Hateman. 5 minutes to go in the first. Woodlawn up 5-3. Owens from 25. Front of the iron, kicks to the left corner. Harlow can't save it out of bounds. It'll go to the Herrin Tigers. If you can put a logo on it, All Stars and Stitches can probably print it for your school, company, or organization. They even do apparel. See Big David, All Stars and Stitches, just west of Benton High School. Or call 435-5555. Herrin down 5-3 to Woodlawn at home with 4:50 to go in the first. Lukens goes on the right wing to Tate. Now gets it to Beasley. Top of the key to Lukens in the corner. They go inside. Tate posts up and in. Big football body there, Mike. About 5'9", 6 foot. Posted up and got his way.
Yeah, posted up. He kept his feet down and got that position, and that's an unstoppable position to be put in right there. He's a strong young man.
Hateman on the right wing to Kennedy. Kennedy goes left wing to Owens. He's guarded by Butler. Owens on the corner down to Harlow. One dribble to the left elbow to Isaac in the corner. His 16-footer up and rattles in and out. Tipped around. Pirtle has it for the Tigers. He comes up the left side. Goes to the left corner, guarded by Kennedy. Pirtle to Beasley at the free throw line. Down the lane he comes. Harlow pass tip. Harlow threw it back in. Now that's top of the key. That's Butler with it to Lukens near the timeline, and Herrin will reset. Game tied at 5 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. On the right wing, Lukens has it. Looks for a ball screen. Now comes to the elbow. Goes inside on the shuffle. To Tate up and in. Just nice positioning and bad defense as Lukens is left alone with the basketball.
Yeah, Woodlawn didn't know whether to switch or just gut it out right there, and they got caught up in a switch. And Tate's a strong young man, but he comes around that little curl like that. Woodlawn turns it over again.
Lukens stole it, and then Owens stole it back. A little bit of what you can do worse, we can do worse better. Owens across the timeline with 3:30 to go. Woodlawn trails 7-5. Owens right baseline spins down, backs in his demand. Shot from 10, off the iron, no good. Rebound weak side to Beasley, gets to Lukens. Lukens into the front court to Butler, up the left side to the rim. Shot blocked, no good. Rebound Pirtle up and in. Herrin right now a little more active overall. They lead by 4 after trailing early. 5-0. It's a 9-0 run by the Tigers. Harlow in the left corner. Got a Did You Know fact coming up for you, just saw on Twitter. Hateman with the top of the key goes to Owens for a 3 on the right wing. It's no good off the mark. Rebound goes to Butler for Herrin. Here come the Tigers the other way. Lukens across the timeline. Lukens with it on the left wing, guarded by Hateman. He'll go around a ball screen. Now it goes out to Pirtle, top of the key. Turtle allows it on a couple of dribbles. Near the center's line, now gets it to Lukens on the left side. Lukens will hold at the waist with 2.5 to go, with Herrin leading 9-5. He gets it in. The Beasley posted up, stolen away by Harlow on the tap back. Harlow gets it up to Isaac on the right baseline. Has to get it back out to Harlow, right wing. He has to retrieve it near the timeline. No harm, no turnover. Owens at the top of the key from Harlow on the dribble to the right side. Now gets it to nobody as Lukens steals it away from Kennedy on a bad pass. Lukens the other way, layup no good, and a foul on Logan Isaac. That's the first, team's first on Woodlawn, and Lukens will go to the line as Herrin a little more active here to start this game.
Very active. This is very reminiscent of the start that the Woodlawn Cardinals had in quarter number 1 Tuesday night. Very sluggish. Got off the 5-0 run, but right now, Herrin's picked it up a notch. They've been dominant on the boards, and they've tried to increase this 9-0 run that they've had.
Lukens misses the first. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studio is driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. The Did You Know fact that I referred to, did you know that Tim Tebow has won more NFL playoff games in Denver than has Peyton Manning? Just saw that one.
Painfully, I do.
Yeah, second free throw by Lukens is no good, though. Butler sneaks in for the rebound, and yep, you got it. The Butler did it on the offensive rebound, 11-5. And after Woodlawn got out to a 5-0 lead, it's an 11-0 run by the Tigers with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Robinson has checked into the ball game for Isaac. Now to Kennedy at the left elbow. He's left wide open. 15-footer in and out. Robinson misses it. Robinson and Coleman fight for it as Coleman also came into the ball game. And it's off of Coleman out of bounds. Robinson got a little shaken up there as Isaac and Hateman came out, and Coleman and Robinson came in for the Cardinals here in this quarter with 1:54 to go. Right now, Woodlawn got off quick and then sluggish.
Very.
Not what we want. Here come the Tigers. Coleman's going to take Lukens. This might be an interesting matchup. Lukens a little taller, a little quicker. Coleman's a little faster, though. Lukens in the backcourt, ball on the floor, bodies everywhere. Phelps is on the floor. Jump ball, foul, jump ball. It'll go to the Herrin Tigers. Not so certain. Woodlawn got away with one there. But Dart.
Ty Coleman definitely coming in and making things happen right there. His footwork, defensive footwork, is so important. You want to play that active the way he does and got a hand in there and kicked it in the backcourt, and Woodlawn pursued it. Jump ball, and here comes the Herrin Tigers.
Phelps jumped in there, looked like a lawn dart diving in. 1:30 to go, off the ball screen, a hard screen by Hogenshirt. Lukens with a shot off that screen to the right wing and scores. Give him an inch, he'll take it. He's got 5. It's a 13-0 run by Herrin in the quarter. They trailed 5-0. They lead 13-5 with 1:15 to go in the first. Coleman to Harlow on the left side. Woodlawn with another sluggish start. Coleman backdoor pass. Good job. Harlow to Coleman on the pass. It's 13-7. Here comes Lukens across the timeline, left corner. 3 ball on the way from Krostowski, up and in. And this Herrin team doesn't look like a 4-10 team. Little bang for their buck to play off the 4-10 record. Coleman across the timeline. Coleman with it. Between the circles, left side to Harlow. Harlow with it on the left wing. As he holds, under a minute to go, 40 seconds. Dribble stolen away by Pirtle. Here comes Pirtle the other way with Coleman. He'll go up, left-hand layup, good. Right now, Herrin is taking it out. Woodlawn and Shane Whistle needs a timeout. And we got a person down, back the other way. Harlow is down on the ground and holding a knee. And that is not good for the Woodlawn Cardinals as Harlow is down on the ground at the free throw line, and he is looking at his knee. We'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Wide hours, another emergency room. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival.
Well, there was just a little bit of contact on that field, but it was sort of strange, too, now thinking back of the play. Was dribbling, and then all of a sudden just sort of stopped the dribble, and you looked at him at collapsing a little bit at the time. Don't want to speculate until we find out for sure, but he's definitely being helped off the floor right now. And a turnover, and not wanting to put any pressure whatsoever on that. And it looks like they do have a trainer here on staff to probably get him somewhere underneath us on a bench somewhere and take a look at it thoroughly.
Well, it's going to be one of those deals here where you wonder what he got tangled up, and you hope maybe it's just a twist and not much else. He is down here, and he is walking through the tunnel and in significant pain, and we will be shocked at this point if we see him back in this one. 33.8 seconds to go in the first quarter as Harlow goes off. It's Owens to the right side. We'll see how Woodlawn reacts to this. Owens to Coleman. Coleman inside the Phelps baseline, tip stolen away. Here comes Herrin the other way. Lukens cut off the timeline, spins around Coleman. Down the lane he comes. Bounce pass to Hogenshirt. He never touched it. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be Herrin basketball. I'd like to say hi to those in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Speaking of Chris Harlow, his grandma and grandpa listening in on WMIXsports.com. We welcome him in from South Carolina. Owens across timeline, travel to basketball. That's a good call. Pirtle's calls in Owens fits right now, and Owens is struggling a little bit.
I think that's a couple of turnovers up high for the Woodlawn Cardinals in the turnover department.
And Woodlawn right now down a man. We'll have to go without him. That's why you have the deep bench as Lukens comes across the timeline. Lukens with it to the wing. Goes up for a shot around Owens, gets one off, no good at the horn. End of one quarter. Herrin 18, Woodlawn 7. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
9 in Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. First Bank of the Heartland, Community First Bank of the Heartland, is proud to be the official voice of the Showcase. Woodlawn with a basketball down 18-7. Coleman to Owens, top of the key. Coleman to the free throw line. Owens with it. Now to Coleman on the right wing. Ty goes right baseline. Back to Owens on the wing. Zip, fake, travel the basketball. Mike, right now, Woodlawn's a little team that started out good, got a slow start, and then the injury, and Harlow, and now it's, oh, no, what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's a mental thing right now. Shane Whistle maybe trying to get the crowd a little bit excited here behind him as he escorts the official down the sideline. Yep. A little help knowing where he's going to go on his next call. Sometimes in this kind of game, Woodlawn snuck up on Herrin last year. Herrin's not going to forget that when a 1A beats you and they throw it away. Same way they started the first quarter on their first possession. They started the second quarter here, throwing off the hands of their own player. Yeah, and I think it is more mental right now. I think Woodlawn just needs to get back to basic basketball. Get an inside shot selection for the Cardinals. Not been their best in this recent streak that they've been able to put together. Owens down the free throw lane, missed the layup. Isaac going to put back up and in. Cardinals break a long run here by Herrin, and it's 18-9 on the putback. Between the circles, left side with it, Lukens now. Guarded by Coleman. Woodlawn down 18-9. Harlow back. That's good to see. Maybe just tweaked it a little bit. He looks a little red-faced. Sometimes that happens the first time. You kind of get shaken up. We've all been through that. Hogan's shirt's top of the key. He's a transfer for an exchange. At that case, now what do we got? We got Coleman and Pirtle. What do we have here? Well, he pointed the other way, but it's going to be on Coleman. He did point the other way first.
Yep, foul's going to be on Coleman. He and Pirtle exchanged notices. Yeah, it's one of those deals there. 18-9, Woodlawn down to Herrin as Herrin leads at home. Triggered inbound, Butler on the baseline. Left wing open, 3 on the way from Lukens, no good. Butler gets the rebound, weak side, stepped out of bounds to the baseline, and it'll go back to the Woodlawn Cardinals. We're on social media in a couple of places. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We're also on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We have all kinds of information going on Facebook.com content. We have our WMIX Sports social media question of the week. We'd like for you to go there. The question this week is, if you owned a sports team or franchise, what nickname would you give to your team? Go to Facebook.com/WMIX Sports for that. Go to Twitter. We're putting in-game updates and tweets from all over the sports world on it right now. Isaac with it on the left wing. Backdoor cut to Kennedy, who got his jersey pulled. No call, but Kennedy scores on the backdoor play. Deep once, went left, went back right. Lukens to Pirtle on the right wing. Man-to-man for both teams all the way. Krostowski to Lukens on the left wing. Lukens goes baseline. Coleman picks his pocket. Ball to the floor. Coleman to the floor. Pirtle to the floor. Jump ball. Woodlawn basketball on the turnover. Oh, actually, Herrin basketball. All right. What did I miss?
Well, that's the excitement element right there with Ty Coleman's never quit attitude. Starting, coming off the bench, whatever. Defensively, he is a spark plug for the Cardinals.
Now, Herrin has it back. That was correct. I had it written down, just didn't read it right. Lukens in the corner. Coleman fouled, was in the wrong place at the wrong time. His second, team's third, to be side out of bounds to the Herrin Tigers.
And that's one of the issues of Ty Coleman recently. Getting those quick fouls, and as it is right now, Chris Harlow is coming back in. So it was one of them little stingers on the knee, and you mentioned it. We've all had them, and I tell you, they scare you. They really, really do. And it's good to have a trainer here to massage that back out and reassure you that you're okay.
Willis Reed back into the game for the Cardinals. On the left wing is Krostowski. We kid. Harlow's back in. We're glad to see that. Krostowski throws it to almost to photographers down there in the front row. The still photographer in Channel 3. Woodlawn has it down 18-11, and considering that last 7 or 8 minutes by Woodlawn, they're luckily only be down 7.
Absolutely. I was just thinking the same thing. It looks like Herrin right now is going to let Woodlawn try to scratch back into this a little bit here this second quarter. You know, they've already committed 2 turnovers out of 3 possessions. Woodlawn accommodates that with a nice backdoor stick back by Gabe Owens.
Well, Herrin's going to need a timeout with 5:53 to go. You'll hear the Woodlawn faithful to our right up and standing because Woodlawn's backdooring Herrin. Herrin's very aggressive in the passing lanes right now, Mike, and Woodlawn's running a simple deep play, go one way then the other, simple layup.
And that helps on your shot selection, too, when you're forced to play that type of an offensive set because of the overplaying defense. Coaches, they love that. I mean, you do the jab step forward and you make a passing lane right at the basket. You know, opens things up. And the main thing here for the Woodlawn fans, get up off the seats. You know, get a little blood stirring here and a little clapping going and a little excitement for the kids. That's on the floor right now, and Woodlawn's sort of turning this back a little bit. You know, still down 5, but a lot of time left, especially here, not only in the game, but there's still 5:53 to go in this first half.
Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking with locations in 9 at Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. You better believe it. Woodlawn tried to get back into this, and they get another turnover off of Herrin. Here comes Owens the other way on the left wing. Got left open. Thought about it. Couldn't get the trigger. Harlow top of the key. Right side to Hateman. 5.5 to go in the first half. Woodlawn down 18-13. They claw back. Logan Isaac to Kennedy. To Owens near the timeline. Woodlawn will reset. Owens goes left side. They step out. Big man. Now Owens goes baseline. Left side. Owens backs his guy down. Now gets it to Isaac. Too much backing down. Barkley basketball. There goes Hateman down the lane, up and in. That's what Woodlawn's got to do. 18-15. Cardinals down 3. Lukens brings it across the timeline. Woodlawn was down 18-7. It's an 8-0 run for the Cardinals. They get it inside to Tate. He turnaround jump hook. Law of verticality broke as Tate comes over the back, which is not in the rule book. That's why I said law of verticality being broke. And at 5 minutes to go, Woodlawn's down 18-15. A little bit more pizzazz from the Cardinals.
Yeah, you've seen that foul coming a mile away. You missed that little bunny hook shot right there. Obviously, the frustration, you're going to go over somebody's back. Woodlawn did a good job of blocking out.
Harlow in the left corner. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven by Ford Square and Kingston City Chrysler. To Kennedy on the left wing. Kennedy goes in the corner. Harlow, he goes baseline. Kicks it right side out of bounds, and he'll stay with the Herrin Tigers. And Herrin's still not backing off those passing lanes.
No, they're very, very aggressive right there. Woodlawn trying to work the baseline. Had a cutter, but give Herrin credit. Had their paws up in that passing lane for sure.
Kennedy, Owens, 3 on the way. Short off front of the iron. Didn't get squared up that time. Rebound goes to Tate. Stolen away by Harlow. Gets to the rim. Up. No good on the foul. No foul. Wow.
Arm was up. No whistle.
Oh, wow. Harlow got robbed. And now Herrin goes the other way. Misses the shot from the baseline. And Owens on the rebound. Absolutely no call. And Harlow got rocked on the shot. Owens to Harlow on the top of the key. Harlow launched a 3 on the way. It's no good. Now they call that foul. Pirtle's in shock, and I think what happened there, and the officials will say this, and they'll tell us this, one of them's relayed to you, there's no such thing as a makeup call, but I'm here to tell you Mary Kay and Maybelline just showed up here.
Well,
because Harlow got fouled while ago and they didn't call it.
And we don't talk about officials that way anyway, but the officials' hands went up. I saw it.
Yep.
I was watching. We couldn't help but see it, but didn't hear the tweet from the whistle on that, so they played on, and everybody basically stopped when they saw the official's hand go up as well.
We'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is done. Crossroads Community Hospital, Wide Hours, another emergency room. Their emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Harlow makes the first.
First two.
Oh, that's right. He gets 3, doesn't he? That's good to know. 18-17. 18-18. Chris Harlow makes all 3. 3-point play. That'll make some people in South Carolina very happy. Tied at 18. It's an 11-0 run by the Woodlawn Cardinals after a 13-0 run by the Herrin Tigers. Unbelievable as we went. Herrin with it. Lukens top of the key. Spins in the lane. Harlow steals it. Lukens gets it back. Went to the floor. Got away with the travel. Pirtle up and in. But Lukens went up, came down to pass the ball and got away with it. And no travel was called. And Coach Whistle is dictating and telling people.
Did a little motioning there with the hand on that up and down
movement. When you go up with the ball and you come back down and then you throw it, it's not a catch in the NFL. This is not the NFL. Travel. Owens from about 25. Good. 3 goggles go up, and Woodlawn has the lead, 21-20. Herrin with it the other way. They go inside to Tate, left block. He didn't want it. He gets it out to Butler, and he double dribbled, actually. Good call by the officials that time. We'll tell you when they do a good call as well.
Absolutely.
Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County with locations in Ida Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon. Isaac DeHarlow in the right corner, holds above his head. He looks, now goes out to Kennedy. Kennedy, top of the key to Owens. They're going to go back to the hot hand. No good off the mark from 3 in the corner. Rebound to Butler. He comes across the timeline up the left side. Down the lane he goes around 3 defenders. Kennedy was the third, and he blocked it. Owens gets it from on the rebound. Gable bringing across the timeline. Woodlawn up 121-20, 2:50 to go. Owens top of the key free throw line. Harlow out top of the key. Looked pretty good on that knee. Made a shot. Goes up and in. Harlow knocked down a mid-range jumper. He's got 5. It's 23-20 Cardinals. Unbelievable turn of events here as we went along. It was 18-7, and Woodlawn's back up 23-20. As the game of runs continues, Lucan's baseline good. Boy, that's too easy for him. He's got 7, 23-22. Woodlawn up 1 with triple twos left in the first half. Stay tuned. We'll have the Herrin College halftime show. Scoring and stats. We'll get some scores from down around Southern Illinois as well. Hateman to Harlow on the right side. This is going to be a dandy. Even though Herrin's 4-10, they're Class 3A. Woodlawn 1A. Isaac on the left wing holds to Hateman, top of the key. Hateman goes left elbow. Now back to Owens to Harlow on the left side. Harlow holds at the waist. Comes around the screen, top of the key. Shot 3, blocked. Kennedy fought for it, goes out of bounds. It'll be to the Woodlawn Cardinals. He'll stay with the Cardinals. WMIXsports.com. You can go there for scores, archives, highlights, our scheduled games coming up. We'll have a big scoreboard update later this evening for games around Southern Illinois in the 618 and the 217 on both the boys and girls side. Owens triggers into Hateman in the corner. Hateman, right corner, guarded by Lucan. Gets around him, goes to Owens, top of the key to Harlow on the left side. Harlow shot fake 3, ball screen, pick and roll with Isaac. He slipped that screen, but Isaac couldn't catch it. Just didn't work. Right idea, just didn't execute.
Oh, absolutely perfect set right there. Just off the fingertips, another turnover. That'll be 7 tonight so far on the Cardinals.
And you liked what you saw, I saw there. Isaac came down and he slapped 5 with Harlow. He said, guys, it's a great pass. It's my bad. We'll get it next time, which is what you got to have. Butler on the right wing goes right around Owens, up and no good. Rebound in the lane, up and in by Devontae Branch, who had a pretty good JV game. And Herrin goes back up 124-23. The battle of deep benches here tonight. Branch, about the 9th or 9th guy that Irv Lucas has brought off. Harlow top of the key. All pick and roll. Isaac. There you go. So I said, yep, going to get it next time. They work that again. 2 crafty seniors have run that play a few times the last 4 years. It's 25-24, Woodlawn by 1. Krostowski on the left wing to Lukens in the left corner. He goes around a ball screen, gets Harlow, picks him up. Now the top of the key is Woodlawn switching on their man-to-man. 3 from the corner by Krostowski is good. Kennedy didn't close out. That's 2 threes for Krostowski. And with 40 seconds to go in the first half, Woodlawn trails 27-25. Owens to Hateman on the right side. Hateman will hold at the waist, holds above his head. He'll go to Harlow, top of the key, 15-footer. He got to the elbow, no good. Rebound in the Branch. Lucas will bring it across the timeline. Herrin will go for the last shot. Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County. While I read that, Lucas stood at the timeline, left it for Tate. Top of the key with 10 seconds. Krostowski left open again. Air ball. Harlow on the rebound with 8. Cardinals come the other way. Harlow across the timeline with 4 on the left side. Goes to the left wing. Launches 3 that's blocked, and that's how the first half is going to end. Herrin 25, Woodlawn. Take that back. Herrin 27, Woodlawn 25. We'll take a break and come back with the Herrin College halftime show. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm Reese Barnfield with a look at your next rad weather. Rain and possibly a thunderstorm for tonight. A flash flood watch is in effect. A low around 32 degrees. Cloudy for tomorrow, then gradually becoming mostly sunny. Temperatures falling throughout the day to around 27 degrees. Chances of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Mostly clear for tomorrow night, a low around 18. Mostly sunny Monday, high 32. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, with a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Have you ever been traveling out of town and realized you needed cash? Using another bank's ATM can cost you a few extra dollars in fees to get the cash you need. Not anymore. People's National Bank introduces MoneyPass. MoneyPass allows you to use over 23,000 additional ATMs in the United States without any fees. Stop by People's National Bank. Visit peoplesnationalbank.com or moneypass.com to find out more information.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
Have you ever stopped to think about how much time we do not have during the day? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square and Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. How often do you forget to make that phone call for an oil change or to schedule a tune-up? I'm excited to tell you that you can schedule your service appointments online at Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Whether the workday is too chaotic to pick up the phone or basketball practice just won't allow you to stop by, we have you covered. Log on to FordSquare.com or KingCityChrysler.com to schedule your service appointment. Or, if you prefer to hear a friendly voice, feel free to call us anytime. We've made amazing quality service unbelievably easy at Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. You can count on us. Also, find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Don't just dream about a better job, go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Rend Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Rend Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Rend Lake College Halftime Show starts now.
Rend Lake College can save you thousands of dollars on your education. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. See which of the more than 100 green certificate programs is right from you. A scoreboard update. In girls play tonight in the consolation championship of the MCC tournament at Wayne City. Woodlawn beat West Richland 56-46, and Wayne City beat Weber Township for third place tonight 34-26. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. So how do you really know your bargain insurance isn't going to cost you big if you have an accident? Talk to someone who knows. Scott Owens, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, 242-3770 to get to a better state. We'll take a break and come back with scoring and stats. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
Don't miss the huge cleanup sale going on now at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Save an extra 15% off the already marked down prices on all La-Z-Boy reclining furniture, all sofas, holiday, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, check out all the new painted furniture at the General Store. Save 60% off all Christmas and 30% off all jams and candle jars. So get there, Newell Furniture and the General Store. They are cleaning up to save you more.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Showcase on WMIX.
College sponsors the halftime show, and they are a place where you can get a quality education, save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu, see which program is right for you. Halftime here at Herrin. It's Herrin 27, Woodlawn 25. Time for the stats. I'll turn over to Mike Richardson for those.
Thanks very much, Danny. And for the Herrin Tigers, They had 9 turnovers. That's what kept Woodlawn in the ball game. Herrin had a couple right off the bat early in the ball game. Boy, that in the second quarter, Woodlawn Cardinals made a little bit of a charge. 9 turnovers, 11 rebounds, leading the way there. Austin Butler, the guard, he has 5 rebounds for the Tigers. Great shooting, as the stats will bear out for both teams here this evening. Overall shooting for Herrin Tigers, they're 12 out of 18 for 67%. 9 of 12 regular shooting, 3 of 6 behind the arc, 0 of 2 at the free throw line. You mentioned 67% from the field. They placed 6 guys in the scoring column. Branch off the bench, a lot of energy, a couple of rebounds. He has 2 points to go along with Butler's 2 points. 4 for Tate, very impressive on the inside. 6 each for Pirtle and Kurchowski. He nailed 2 out of 3 threes, and the leading scorer, the senior Justin Lukens, he has 7 of the 27 points for the Herrin Tigers. And for the Woodlawn Cardinals, they are 7 turnovers. They had only 4 individual rebounds, 1 team rebound for a total of 5. They shoot overall 9 out of 21 for 43%. They get there by 7 of 14, 50% regular shooting, but they're only 2 of 7 behind the arc. Gabe Owens has both of those. He is 2 for 5 behind the arc. Woodlawn at the free throw line, 5 out of 5, 100%. They also put 6 guys in the scoring column with a couple of points from Ty Coleman off the bench and Justin Hateman as well. 4 each for Isaac and Kennedy. 5 for Harlow. He was 3 for 3 at the free throw line with a regular bucket. And Gabe Owens, he had a couple of threes and had a regular 2-point shot. He leads the Cardinals with 8 as the Woodlawn Cardinals trails the Herrin Tigers 27-25 at the half.
Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940, WMIX, as well as at WMIXsports.com from 8:08 to 10 a.m. It'll be archived tonight at WMIXsports.com. You can listen to that archive or listen to it every week at WMIXsports.com on the Saturday Sports Show. This has been the Red Lake College halftime show. They can offer Red Lake College offers over 100 degree certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands. We'll take a break and come back with the second half. You're listening to the defending state champion Woodlawn Cardinals of Class 1A on the Showcase on WMIX.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dependable and knowledgeable State Farm agent seeks customers looking for real protection in a long-term relationship.
Look no further. Having one special person for your car, home, and life insurance lets you get down to business with the rest of your life. It's what they do. Combine your homeowners, life, and car policies and save big time. Get to a better state with State Farm agent Scott Owens in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770 for a quote.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Showcase on WMIX.
Halftime at Herrin just about over. Woodlawn trails Herrin 27-25. Mike, what do you do in that huddle if you're Woodlawn right now to get this lead and get it back?
I'll take a little bit of what we talked about sort of throughout the first half. Shot selection. I think you're playing a very aggressive defensive team that's showing a lot of life here tonight. And I think Woodlawn just continues to work on the back door a little bit. You know, run some ball screens. They took charge of that game Tuesday night at North Clay. And after you run that through 4 or 5 times, that's going to open up the outside just a little bit more. But I think Woodlawn's got to do a better job of rebounding. 11-5 deficit in that first half, and a lot of those were stickbacks for the Herrin Tigers if they enjoy a 2-point lead at the half.
Herrin on defense. Woodlawn has the basketball. Owens to Harlow on the left side as we begin with the man-to-man from the Tigers. Herrin, Harlow to Isaac. Flip screen didn't work. It was bounced back out. Harlow retrieves his timeline. Woodlawn will run thumbs down. Owens to Isaac on the left wing. Inside pass, Harlow over his hands, out of bounds. Just can't quite get it tonight. Those two are just that much off. Community First Bank, you're not a number or credit score. Community First Bank in Heartland, your person or business with needs. and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of Heartland will stand by you. Herrin will have their first possession of the third quarter. The last two times they had first possessions, they come down on the wing. They threw the ball off the hands of a player out of bounds. We'll see what they do here to start this third quarter. Pirtle in the corner to Lukens in the left side. Woodlawn man-to-man. Lukens off a ball screen. Comes to the left elbow. Shot fake. Now went up. Came back down. Gets it to Tate in the lane. Shot no good. Pirtle through his hands. Rebound Isaac off the right wing. Isaac to Owens. He'll bring it across the timeline. Owens on the left wing. Off the dribble to the middle of the floor. To the right side to Hateman. Hateman with it on the wing at the waist. Will come out. Hold now. Gets it to Kennedy on the right side. Kennedy gets it to Owens, top of the key. Long three on the way. It's no good. Kennedy rebounds near the three-point line. Comes down to the ground. And it'll be a jump ball, and it'll go to the Herrin Tigers. Need T-shirts, hoodies, Letterman's jackets, or any type of apparel for your school, organization, or business. See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High School. Call 435-5555. Lukens will bring it across the timeline for the Tigers, who lead by 2. Lukens to the right side off the screen. Picked up by Isaac. Lukens top of the key. Inside pass, Tate up and in. Tate gets that body in there, and right now Isaac can't handle it. I don't think anybody can handle it for Woodlawn with him backing in like that.
Too strong when he gets his position like that. Too strong, it's a done deal.
Isaac to Harlow in the left corner, holds above his head to Kennedy, top of the key. Kennedy to Hateman, to Isaac in the right corner, holds above his head, to Owens, to Harlow on the left side. 6:20 to go in the third. Woodlawn down 4, 29-25. Hateman to Kennedy. Over to Isaac to Harlow in the right corner. Harlow with it, holds above his head to Owens. Owens to Hateman. Hateman now in the corner to Isaac. Man-to-man from the Tigers, as they've been all night. Isaac to Hateman, now to Harlow. Thought about the three, couldn't get a shot off. Gets it to Kennedy in the right corner. Kennedy to Owens to Isaac as Woodlawn plays around the perimeter as they work on their cuts to the rim. Hateman had it go through his hands, recovers, now to Kennedy, in the corner to Isaac. Isaac with it to Owens, top of the key to Harlow. They play around the perimeter again. I am not repeating myself. Kennedy in the left corner. And we have a reach. Well, the official put his whistle back in the mouth like he was going to get somebody. And Pirtle gets up the first. That was interesting. Kind of an odd look.
A little different mannerisms here tonight.
A little different what we've seen. And Owens will trigger underneath the Cardinal basket to Hateman in the left corner. Hateman with Lukens, and Hateman has to recover on the back tap to Owens near the timeline between the circles. Owens to Harlow on the right side. Harlow goes around the screen with Isaac. They tried that pick and roll. Tate figured it out. Now they get it into Isaac on a block. Harlow went triangle to the rim, couldn't get it to him, and Hateman has it in the right corner to Isaac out on the top of the key. Isaac down the free throw line to Kennedy on the left side. Pirtle cuts him off. Kennedy to Owens. Out deep left near the Woodlawn bench. Kennedy to Hateman. Long three on the way for Hateman. No good off the mark. Rebound Tate. Pirtle threw somebody to the ground.
Matt Kennedy.
Yep. Pirtle just picked up his fourth foul. That's a big foul there for Irv Lukens to have to deal with.
Well, you better believe it. He had a very good ball game going right now. He's going to have to set for quite a while, and Irv Lukens will have a decision to make when he puts him back in the ball game this evening.
Owens will trigger again underneath their own basket. 29-25. Woodlawn down 4. Make that one as the three goggles go up for Chris Harlow. He's got 8 after going down with a knee injury early. It's 29-28. Herrin by 1. Lukens goes right side to Butler, and that's going to be a hand check on Owens, an obvious foul, an obvious call. Community First Bank, locations in Ina Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon, is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking. I'll also remind you the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Herrin inbounds the basketball to Beasley in the corner to Lukens, top of the key. He goes left baseline. Fadeaway jumper from 10 is going to be short. Rebound to Isaac, to Harlow, to Owens. Cardinals fly up the floor the other way towards us. Owens goes right wing to Hateman. To Isaac in the right corner to cutting Harlow to the rim. Up, no good, miss the layup. Rebound to Herrin. That's Krastowski with it. He gets it to Lukens and comes across the timeline to the middle of the floor. Goes to the left side, left corner to Butler. Inside pass tipped and stolen by Owens. Owens will bring it up for the Cardinals, looking for a lead down to 1. Owens will walk it across the timeline. Now throws to Isaac on the left wing. Backdoor cuts to Kennedy off of Kennedy's shoulder. Kennedy didn't see him, and they communicate. Kennedy and Isaac talk down the floor.
Yeah.
Tough play there. Both guys talking. It's neither one's fault. It's just one thought one was going to do the other and back at him. Sometimes that happens. We got some substitutions coming in. While they do that, we'll tell you we're on the social media, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We'd love for you to go there and check out our content. Like us there as well. We're also on Twitter at WMIX Sports. As Lucas came across the timeline and carried the basketball with his left hand.
And Ty Coleman, again, right there. His effort on defense is just tremendous right there, and a great effort causing another turnover on the Tigers. They're third already here in this third quarter.
Ty Coleman's found his niche with this team, and that's going to be a defender and a stopper. As he throws it to Isaac to Phelps, who has checked into the game for Hateman. To Owens down the left wing to Harlow. Harlow around a screen, shot from 15 short. Lukens will grab the ball in the baseline for the rebound for the Tigers. Lukens goes around Coleman this time across the timeline on the right side. Coleman catches up. Luken between his legs gets around Coleman again. Now goes right side to Butler. Butler holds above his head. Inside pass tipped out by Coleman. Coleman's everywhere. Robinson will come in for Logan Isaac. He'll get the glad hand from a lot of people here on the bench. Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank in the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. Lukens missed a three. Coleman boxed him out. Chased down in the corner. Butler off that three missed by Herrin. And it'll go back to Woodlawn as we sit at 29-28. Herrin with 3:32 to go in the third quarter.
Well, a little bit better rebounding positioning, at least right there for the Cardinals. They didn't get it, but it tipped out of bounds, and they do retain possession.
And that, Herrin, Robinson to the rim, scores. Robinson got open, loose on the defense. His first basket of the game, 30-29. Cardinals by one. What a game we've had here tonight. Coleman and Lukens having fun with each other as Lukens comes across the timeline. Coleman getting back into play. Lukens to the rim, push. Rebound, leg side up and in, and a foul. Butler got to the rim on the weak side, got the rebound, put it up and in, and got fouled. He'll go to line chance for a three-point play. And that foul is on number 14, Ty Coleman. That's his third, team second. That's one of those you got to box out on that weak side.
Yeah, and it wasn't Ty Coleman's fault, that's for sure. Gabe Owens had his man and just lost him off of the rebound position, and Butler responds with a conventional three-point lead.
And it's 32-30. Herrin on top by two. Cardinals with a basketball. Coleman on the right side. Coleman holds above his head and now looks and throws it to Phelps at the right elbow. Phelps gets it to Owens near the timeline. They'll reset. Owens sets up a play. Owens goes around a screen by Phelps to the left wing, down the left baseline, bounce pass Harlow, left block, up in, and a foul. Harlow with 10 points. Has a chance for 11 on the foul, and Woodlawn has tied it up and has a chance to take a lead.
Well, right there was a good play by the senior. There's a lot of them out there, but heads-up play, drawing that defender, making him commit, bounce pass through the lane on that baseline. So hard to defend.
Harlow makes that free throw. WMIXsports.com, your place for scores, schedules, archives, highlights. Of course, you can listen to us streaming there as well. Herrin with a basketball. Lukens to the top of the key. Goes to the right side. That's Butler. Butler guarded by Owens. 2 dribbles, now 3. Gets to the lane. Ball to the floor. Red shirts everywhere. Harlow had it lost. It Herrin to the floor. Tate Coleman to the floor right wing. Has it. Timeout. Woodlawn called the timeout. And they'll take a 30-second timeout. Did you see anybody call a timeout?
No. I've seen some Woodlawn coaches standing up, but no, we'll take it. I mean, absolutely take it right there. Obviously, that would have been the correct call. So verbally, I believe there must have been some hollering that we couldn't hear this far away, but Woodlawn will have possession of the basketball. And, again, a nice defensive stand there for the Cardinals.
A couple of boys scored tonight from the Chester Tournament Consolation Championship. Marissa Coulterville beat Alvarado 50-46. And also in the fifth-place game, Saxony Lutheran, Missouri beat Cobden 60-39. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Auto insurance is complex. Scott Owens makes it simple with friendly advice when you need it, helping you choose the right level of protection and all the discounts you should. Call 242-3770 to get to a better state.
You got all choked up there.
Well, I'm a year older today, so I'm trying to get through this as best I can.
Well, there you are.
Well,
I'm not far behind you in weeks, boy.
Basketball wasn't kind to me in the afternoon with one team. I'm hoping this is a little bit better. Phelps with it on the right wing. Phelps with it on the dribble. Gets around Tate. Oh, what a pass to Coleman. No look. Coleman was swallowed up by defenders. Dribbles out to the left wing. Coleman with it to Robinson to Phelps in the right corner. Phelps with it. Goes on the dribble. 16-footer up in the right wing. No good. Ball tipped around. Tate has the rebound. Herrin goes the other way. We'll look for a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is done. Why wait hours? Another emergency room. Crossroads Community Hospital's apartment pledges You'll be seen by position within 30 minutes of your arrival. Tate has it on the left wing, clearing some room, gets to Lukens, posted up Coleman. Coleman got called for a push foul from behind. And that's 4 on Coleman, so Ty will have to have a seat. It looks like Hateman's going to come in for Coleman.
He is now, for sure. Coach Whistler comes up, pats him on the back. And that's the right call. A lot of Woodlawn faithful was wanting to travel, but the reason he traveled was he got a two-hand shove.
Yeah,
in the back or through the lane.
Yeah, the shove came first. Chicken or the egg, the shove came first on the walk. Lukens in the left corner off the inbounds pass. Lukens with it will throw top of the key to Krastowski. Goes to the right wing to Butler. Holds above his head in the right corner. That's to Krastowski, guarded by Phelps. He won't be able to shoot much there with that tall guy on him. Krastowski slips on the floor. I'm going to talk something here on the next dead ball. This floor has been awful down on that end. That's a blocking foul on Owens. That'll be a second. Mike, it seems like there's a lot of slipping and sliding going on. It's January 12th. It's 60 degrees outside today. The condensation, the heat, and the rain tonight, that floor is starting to sweat a little bit down there.
And we've seen some doors were opened earlier a little bit, and you're letting that moisture and the dew point get a little higher in this hot building right now. And even some people are talking about the temperature. It's one of them things that happens. You got to be careful about it.
You got to watch opening those doors. Herrin has it. Lukens on the inbounds to the right wing. Around the ball screen to the top of the key. Harlow will pick him up now. Lukens backs out near the timeline with 1 minute to go in the third. Woodlawn leads 33-32. Butler with it on the left wing. Goes to the left corner. Now Butler holds above his head. Cross pass to the right block to Beasley up and in. Woodlawn got caught ball watching. Herrin scores, goes back up by 1, 34-33 with 45 seconds to go. We'll see if Woodlawn holds for the final shot. Owens out near the timeline on the right side, picks up his dribble. Gets it to Phelps near the timeline. Herrin's man-to-man defense gets a lot more aggressive as we play along. Owens near the timeline. Goes on the screen around Phelps off the ball screen to the right side with 28 seconds. Owens near the timeline, goes right side to Harlow. There the Tigers insignia as he gets it back to Owens. Owens out near the timeline. Comes to the right with 18 seconds. Owens back to the left, guarded by Lukens to Robinson to Phelps in the corner. Phelps with it. Goes off the dribble. Now gets the top of the key to Harlow. Back to Owens with 9, and Owens will set the offense. Harlow with it to Phelps. Phelps with it. Left corner with 3. Now to Robinson with 1. Woodlawn won't get a shot off. We're at the end of 3 quarters of play. Great defense by the Herrin Tigers. Herrin 34, Woodlawn 33. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
Don't miss the huge cleanup sale going on now at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Save an extra 15% off the already marked down prices on all La-Z-Boy reclining furniture, all sofas, holiday, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, check out all the new painted furniture at the General Store. Save 60% off all Christmas and 30% off all jams and candle jars. So get there, Newell Furniture and the General Store. They are cleaning up to save you more.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the Showcase on WMIX.
Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 and at WMIXSports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. Guest talk and, of course, our WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Here at the end of 3, Woodlawn trails 34-33. Harlow with a 3 off the inbound. Phelps had it, lost it, stolen away by Butler. Butler comes the other way for the Tigers across the timeline. Butler down the lane, coast to coast. Layup shot blocked by Robinson. Ball to the floor. Hateman fights for it. It'll be Herrin basketball on the jump ball. Mike, we talked about on the break a very bland effort here from Woodlawn, just not into this game so far here tonight.
Yeah, it's so reminiscent of the first quarter the other night. It's just shot selection again, an unforced shot, and then Phelps works hard, gets the layup or gets the opportunity to shoot a layup point blank with an offensive rebound and tries to make another pass. Sometimes overpassing is a bad thing. You have to be selfish at times. Stick that thing back in the hole and go down and play defense. You're not going to offend anybody by shooting a 2-foot layup. You worked hard enough to get that offensive rebound.
They just shot it. They're wiping the floor off. Boys ain't got enough towels here to wipe that condensation off right now.
No.
It's wet on the baseline, so even the referee sliding around down there. 7:37 to go in the game. Woodlawn trails 34-33. Butler to trigger the Tigers to Lukens in the corner. Lukens will dribble around back to the left, come around to the right side. Woodlawn man-to-man. Harlow on him. Lukens with it on the left wing. Lukens with it on the dribble. Still with it. Harlow still guarding him. Stagnant offense from Herrin. Krastowski on the right side. Right wing inside pass goes to Branch. Out to Butler for a bank shot. No good. Kennedy on the rebound. Kennedy gets it to Owens. Owens will bring it across the timeline. Physical game here tonight for the Cardinals. See some kids grimacing. It's been tough. A 3A school. Robinson to Harlow. Kennedy is now at the left elbow. Hands on his knees. Don't know what's going on there. They will check on him. If you're not a member of Credit Score Community First Bank of the Heartland, you're a person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Kennedy, a little shaken up. They'll actually let him stay in the game, which is a surprise. He holds his back a little bit.
I think he went through got back picked, couldn't get through it, and then also to add insult to injury, got slapped across the face as he had his head down.
Well, that happens. Harlow to Owens. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven here tonight by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Could have floated here in spots on the way down. Harlow with it in the left corner. Back out to Kennedy, top of the key, over to Hateman on the right side. One dribble to Owens, top of the key. 6:45 to go. Owens for the lead. Front of the iron, no good. Ball tipped around, out of bounds off about 10 bodies. And it'll go to the Woodlawn Cardinals. Ooh, we had to see. Did you see that, Mechanic?
Yes.
That was the four-step walk with a hand in the air, turn and point toward Woodlawn.
You've got to think about that one, and I give him credit for thinking it out.
He thought about it.
No need to make the wrong call there. Just think it over until you get to the spot.
And the right corner, Hateman off the inbound to Kennedy. We saw the call. Kennedy with it to Harlow at the free throw line for the lead. Glass good. Oh, the bank shot open. Harlow with 13. Woodlawn up 35-34. Lukens will come across the timeline on the dribble, guarded by Hateman. Lukens just now, crosses that timeline to the left side. Lukens guarded by Hateman as Lukens goes to the corner, goes baseline, kicks it back out to Branch. Branch for a 15-footer. Not sure that's what Herrin wanted. Harlow on the rebound. Branch just checked into the game. Owens will come across the timeline with 6 minutes to go. Woodlawn leads by 1, 35-34. Owens to Isaac, now top of the key to Kennedy. Pocket pick. Kennedy gets it back. Bodies to the floor. Herrin has it. Off of Branch's hands, it'll go out of bounds. No, it won't. Branch threw it out of bounds. A little bit of everything going on in that play. While they settle things down, we've crossed past the top of the hour. Let's pause for station identification on the showcase.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports or crank us up on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, and all of Southern Illinois, a Withers Broadcasting superstation.
Woodlawn has the basketball out of the timeout. Woodlawn with it. That's Isaac. Goes in the left corner to Owens. Owens has it to Hateman on the left block to Harlow. Left wing for a three. Off the mark. Kennedy with the rebound. Steps on the baseline, though. Going for it. Goes out of bounds. Got it with a scoreboard update. New Athens has won the Chester tournament, being Chester tonight 70-67. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to Scott Owens. Great service plus discounts like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. Herrin has the basketball on the right wing is Beasley. Guarded by Owens. Beasley with it on the dribble. Goes back to the top of the key. That's to Krastowski. He throws right wing to Lukens off a ball screen. Hateman and Harlow stick with him. Lukens down the lane. Free, though, scored. Didn't have much to work with. Still got a shot off. He's got 9. Herrin back up by 1. 36-35. Timeout. Shane Whistle. It's a full timeout. And right now, it is a battle tonight. We've got a dandy here in Herrin.
Yeah, absolutely, and a good timeout right there. Well, now you're just trying to talk to your players and trying to just put a little stretch together, on both benches. I mean, this is a 1-point ball game right here. So you just need a stretch. You need a 2-minute stretch. You need a 3-minute stretch, and this game's over. But if you keep letting people hang around, that's what both coaches are saying. We're letting them hang around. Well, we're letting them hang around. So, you just have to have that stretch. You got to find some way to muster up just a couple of minutes of some good effort and work on the little bitty things right here. You can find a way to win this ball game.
Win that ball game. We're on social media, Facebook.com/WMIX Sports, We have all kinds of content on there, including our WMIX Sports social media question of the week posted there today. We're also on Twitter at WMIX Sports, a great way to keep up with us there as well. 5:09 to go. Woodlawn trails 36-35. This is one of them games back and forth. It's almost like, in spite of themselves, neither team wants to win.
That's it, with the turnovers, even the jump balls. I mean, there's been so many loose balls here tonight by lackadaisical passes or just some horrific shooting as well. And for the life of me, after watching Tate get position on the inside, can't understand why that young man don't touch the ball a little bit more. Well, he's flashed through there a few times, absolutely wide open, and Herrin has not seen him. Good for Woodlawn, but I'm still amazed that you can't see the big fella down there.
Woodlawn has the basketball right out of bounds, and we got all kinds of wiping and washing going on. And, you know, it's not going to happen, boys. You better bring out a big old squeegee or Zamboni because it's not going to get any better. Hateman goes to Harlow on the right side, guarded by Butler. Harlow goes to the rim, up in, and a foul. Harlow came down, looks good, looks strong. Harlow has had a big game, Mike. He's got 15 already with a chance for more.
Yeah, and that's an awful lot. That's a lot nicer shot right there. Pass on the three, fake that, get that guy moving a little bit, clear it out. Strong enough to get to the rack like that, square it up, and knock this free throw down here. And maybe this is the stretch that Shane Witzel's looking for. And it's got to start somewhere.
4:58 to go. Woodlawn up by 1. WMIXsports.com, your place for score schedules, highlights, archives. We'll have a scoreboard up here later tonight. Harlow misses the free throw. Tipped. Isaac Hateman found it. Shot blocked from behind Tate. Hateman will go to the line and shoot two. A little scrappier bunch here by Woodlawn in the last few seconds of possession.
Well, another rebound. I mean, that's another positive thing for the Cardinals still. Not much effort on the glass. They've only had 7 rebounds this half, 12 in the game. That's unbelievable for a Woodlawn Cardinal team.
Hateman makes the first. Come start a banking relationship with Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking locations at 9 and Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Hateman makes 1 out of 2. Tate rebounds. Ball tipped by stolen away by Owens. Hateman with the recovery to Harlow. Woodlawn up 2 with a basketball. Ball's even slick. Owens is struggling to handle it. You know it's got to be bad when he's struggling. Isaac to Hateman on the left wing. Herrin man-to-man. Hateman to Harlow, top of the key to Coleman. To Isaac in the right corner. Logan to a cutting Harlow to rim. Up in and a foul. How about that, Mike Richardson? Another little give and go between Isaac and Harlow once again.
That's it, and if they can stay off that three-point line, only to fake that. Use that as a decoy right now. They've shot plenty of threes and not been very successful tonight. Use that for a decoy and slash to the lane like that. Strong enough to get it done.
Woodlawn has a 4-point lead. Harlow makes it 5. I'm glad he made that free throw. Made it sound much better. 41-36. Cardinals by 5 with 4:33 to go. Up across the timeline, Lukens guarded by Coleman as they go at it again. Coleman's got 4 fouls, though. Lukens goes to the left side to Krastowski, guarded by Hateman. A little more effort and energy from the Cardinals now up by 5. Butler with it, and we got to hold away from the basketball. Well, they're going to get Coleman away from Lukens because Coleman's fouled out. That's 5 on Coleman. You saw it, I didn't, away from the ball, and Coleman fouls out with 2 points.
That he does. That is his 5th. And, boy, the defensive effort for him. Good spark again tonight from Coleman, but good effort right there. Just got a little too close to looking, and no bonus shooting left. That's the 5th foul as a team on the Cardinals.
Herrin will trigger the inbounds from underneath their own basket to Butler in the corner. Top of the key, Krastowski. Kennedy tipped it. Krastowski found it back to Butler on the right wing. Goes baseline, cut off by Owens. Butler with a top of the key to Lukens. Guarded by Harlow. Lukens to the left elbow, fadeaway. Now has to give it up to Krastowski. Now Krastowski top of the key to Butler, swinging around to Lukens on the right wing. Hateman's been all over him here in this possession. Tate at the right elbow to Butler. Now in the left corner. Butler holds above his head. 1 dribble, now top of the key to Tate. They go to the right side to Branch. Woodlawn fans standing and cheering on the right side. Ball tip, and Lukens has it at the free throw line. Guarded by Hateman. Lukens to the rim. Shot from 10, up and in. Good defense by Hateman, just a better shot by Lukens at 41-38.
Absolutely. When that young man squares those shoulders, he is tough on the inside like that. He's had about 3 of those little 10, 12-footers squared it up and knocked it down.
Woodlawn has the basketball. Kennedy top of the key, right side pass to Harlow. Harlow to Owens on the left wing. Launches a 3 on the way. Comes back off top of the backboard. Lukens on the rebound. Here comes Lukens across the timeline. on the dribble. Herrin down 3 with 3 minutes to go in this one. Butler on the right side. Back out top of the key to Krastowski. Left wing to Lukens. Guarded by Hateman. Lukens inside to Butler. Backs down Owens. Shot. Foul Owens. Wow. Hello. Butler in the line to shoot 2, and that's what we'll say about that. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler and Ford Square. That's how we got here to the nice ball game.
I can handle that foul better than Coleman's 5th.
Right.
I'll say that.
And the official's more worried about where Coach Whistle's at as far as the box is concerned. And now Butler will go to the line and shoot 2. First free throw on the way with 2:57 to go is up and no good. He'll get another. We'll pick Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Wide hours and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges will be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Butler at the line to shoot one more. It's 2:57 to go in this one. Woodlawn leads Herrin on the road, 41-28. Up and in on the free throw. We'll have a timeout from Irv Lukens. It's 41-39 with 2:57 to go. And, Mike, this one's a long way from over.
Oh, absolutely. We might be able to start using the old phrase, there's 2:57 left in regulation. This has the markings for overtime, naturally. The way these two teams have went at it here this evening. Good shooting this second half. Again, we've been dealing with some issues of the floor, a few wet spots creeping up. Just have to be careful about those things. But overall, these teams have not let up, and it's been a little more spirited now. This 5-minute mark when that timeout was called by Coach Shane Witzel, 5:09 to be exact. Both coaches sort of put it in the ears of their players. Hey, this game's open. It's wide open here for the taking, and they've seen a little bit more effort defensively on both teams.
Some scores from girls scores from El Dorado today. Goreville beat Gallatin County 74-32. Vian over Fairfield 51-42. Mount Carmel beat Pope County 72-35. At Highland, Nashville beat Triad 55-19. Carlisle beat Salem 51-36, and Oakville beat Highland 44-41. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. The Herrin Tigers down 2. Woodlawn with the basketball up 41-39. Owens across the timeline, goes left side to Isaac. Man-to-man from the Tigers. Isaac got top of the key to Owens. The defense for Herrin picks up a notch after the timeout. Isaac gets in the corner to Harlow. Harlow goes on the dribble to the rim, shot up and in. Chris Harlow has had one heck of a game after being out for a few minutes with a knee injury. He is back in. It's 43-39. Harlow's got to be up to 20. There's a shot by Pirtle, no good. Kennedy found the ball and stepped on the baseline, according to the official. Kennedy said, really, I didn't. The official said, yeah, you did.
He has a way of persuading those guys, but I don't think he's going to get it done right now.
No, not the way they come back of that official, the way he came back there. Well, Herrin the trigger. Butler in the corner to Lukens. Top of the key to Krastowski. Left wing to Pirtle. Pirtle goes around Kennedy, loses it. Now recovers in the corner. Top of the key, Tate from 16. Shot blocked Isaac. Stolen Isaac. Isaac up the other way. Bounce pass Hateman. Layup. Good and a foul. What a nice job. I tell you what, you can't say enough about the likes of Harlow, Isaac, and Hateman tonight. Woodlawn's up 6 with 2:12 to go, and a hard-fought game here in Herrin tonight.
Well, just so unselfish. You can go ahead if you're Isaac, and you can try to power that thing up amongst two guys, but you can also stop dribble right there and just make that little bounce pass ahead to Hateman. Conventional three-point play. What a nice stretch right here by the Cardinals.
Cardinals have went on a run. It's 46-39. Cardinals by 7 with 2:05 to go in the game. Across the timeline is Lukens. Gets it to Butler on the left side. Over to Lukens on that right wing. Goes to the rim, layup up and in. Boy, he's a nice player. Played 10 years. 2 Cardinals go to the floor. Harlow up, Isaac up, and we keep playing. Woodlawn with a basketball up 5. Owens will rock it across the timeline. Woodlawn is in the bonus. Owens across now to Isaac on the left side to Kennedy. He goes left baseline, goes up for layup. Shot blocked from behind. Tipped by Owens. Pirtle on the rebound. Kennedy's guy didn't give up defensively and got the block shot. Pirtle gets it up to Butler across the timeline. Butler looks now across left side to Lukens. Guarded by Hateman. We're at 90 seconds to go. Woodlawn by 5. Lukens between the circle. Leaves it off for Tate. Now to Lukens. Off of Hateman's hands, out of bounds. And it goes to Herrin, as that would be face guarding in NFL.
That was close right there, but Hateman, give him credit. Hands in the passing lane, arms in the passing lane. We're going to have another timeout here by the Tigers.
JV game tonight was won by Woodlawn and a tight one down the stretch. This one is no different. Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 WMIX, as well as at WMIXsports.com. We have talk, we have scores, we have guests. We have our WMIX Sports social media question of the week. That question this week is, if you owned a sports team or a sports franchise, what nickname would you give your team? We would like to see your answer. Go to Facebook.com/WMIX Sports and post your answer there and like us while you're there. 1:21 to go. Woodlawn up 5, 46-41. Mike Herrin has the basketball as a coach. What do you do if you're Woodlawn in this after this timeout?
Well, the way the foul sets right now, both teams are going to be shooting one-on-one. The next foul on anybody, and you got 1:21 to go. I don't think necessarily Herrin needs to shoot a three right here. They haven't had a lot of success behind the arc, haven't taken many, and now you got the X factor in the game. Pirtle's back off the bench in foul trouble, so I think he could work inside right now.
Herrin has it down 5. This is a big possession in this one. Lookings goes to the right side, back behind the dribble. Launches a 17-footer in front of the iron, no good. Tate tipped it out, gets it to Krasowski. Over to Lukens, now to Krasowski. Open for a three over Owens, no good off the mark. Tipped around, ball has it. There's Kennedy, throws it off Pirtle out of bounds. It'll go to the Woodlawn Cardinals, and the Woodlawn faithful are all right. Stand and cheer with 1 minute to go here in Herrin.
Well, that's the biggest rebound so far this evening. Matt Kennedy getting good position right there, strong enough to throw it off a body to retain possession.
Under a minute we go. Owens with it across. Now gets it to Isaac in the front court to the right wing. Isaac to Owens near the timeline with 52 seconds. Owens has it with Pirtle on him. Owens to Hateman around the screen to Harlow near the circle. He gets hammered. Lukens will foul him, and Harlow will go to the line and shoot the 1-and-1.
Well, we knew it was going to happen, just didn't know how much time they were going to let willingly tick off the clock right there. And for Woodlawn fans, hey, a few extra seconds got clicked off. We're down to 44.7, looking good. Chris Harlow at the free throw line today. He has been 1, 2, 3, 4. He is 5 out of 6.
He has 20. Missed the free throw. Radio jinx. Isaac couldn't get the rebound. Tipped it to Owens near the timeline. Wade Thomas stops by. And Woodlawn calls timeout. 42.4 seconds to go. Woodlawn up 5, 46-41. What a heads-up play by senior Logan Isaac. Couldn't get to the ball, so he tipped it out.
Give it a tip back there. Let Gabe Owens get it. Good free throw shooter. And now Shane Witzel this timeout's going to be talking about who has the ball in their possession right now. Gabe Owens going to be one of the main people for sure. Want him at the free throw line in these situations. And they're going to set up a play, use him as a decoy, or if they can free him up. And now we're going to see how long it's going to take the Herrin Tigers to start fouling. They let a few extra seconds go off earlier, down to 42.4 now. So they've got to decide in that huddle, is it going to be immediate, or are they going to give their defense a chance to set up and see if they can draw a charge off a block or whatever.
Stay tuned for the Sesser Auto Body post-game show of scoring and stats. We'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. We'll also get some score updates from around the region as well. Reminder that we will have a big scoreboard update posted later this evening, not too late, at WMIXsports.com of scores from around the 618 and the 217 as Todd Tripp heads out. It's a who's who here tonight. They always walk by. And Woodlawn inbound to basketball. Herrin's letting time run off the clock. Mike Richardson's beside himself. Now, how about that, Mike? Wow. Woodlawn throws the ball in, and there was about 7 or 8 seconds went off the clock, and Irv Lukens is beside himself.
7 seconds goes off the clock, and you foul the same person you inbounded it to. Mm-hmm. I'm not exactly sure about that, but we will take it.
I'm not complaining.
Absolutely
That's about 8 seconds that went off that Irv Lukens is beside himself, because I guarantee you in that huddle, he was over there talking to his players to foul. If you don't get the steal, Hateman knocks down a free throw. He'll get another. A very quiet but good night from the senior. Hateman will shoot another. 47-41. Free throw good. Well, he's just nice and calm, isn't he?
Absolutely.
48-41. Woodlawn up 3 possessions now with 35 seconds to go. Herrin with a basketball. Krasowski on the right side to Tate, top of the key. Left corner, Lukens. Lukens with a 3 over Hateman. Up, no good off the mark. Tip. Hateman has the rebound. Hateman will come the other way. Tries to get out of a hack machine fest. Hateman to the ground, and we have a timeout, Woodlawn. No foul's going to get called. They are not going to call anything. Woodlawn's been banged up here tonight. I mean, Harlow, Hateman, Owens, Kennedy have been beaten like a rag doll at times here tonight.
Well, that's one of the things now where you get it in, and now you want to protect yourself. You know, you just want to be sure you hold on to the ball because they're going to be coming immediately after you. Now, down to 21 picks, you know, you've got to get the ball back and try to launch something from deep now. You don't have the luxury of throwing the ball inside and then putting Woodlawn at the free throw line. So, good effort here tonight by the Cardinals. They finish this deal off here 21 seconds. Be sure to get it inbound, make some free throws, and get out of here.
Greg Show from Channel 3 dropped by. Hall of Famer Ed Belville walking through. And he's going to see how hard we're working right now.
Well, they just don't have a clue. It's just unbelievable. You know, you get here at about 3 o'clock, you know, to get things set up and talk to everybody.
You know, we put in about an 8-hour day.
Yeah. Belva goes and coaches the game, and he just sits there and, you know, and lets the boys play.
See, they thought we had it all memorized here. I do have it memorized, these liners. I just remember I have to use it once in a while. Here at Herrin, if you're not familiar with the gym, the radio booth is pretty well in a corner by the main entrance, and the walkway that goes around this gym states like Pinckneyville and NCOE, and it's bowl shaped, and you get everybody walking by, and what do we got? We got a foul. Wouldn't that be intentional if you grab a jersey on a dead ball? Well, it's not.
That was all with the hand signals because the official didn't have the whistle and he couldn't find it. So,
well, you got to have it in your mouth, don't you, when you put the ball in play? I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not trying to be critical at times, but Pirtle's going to foul out. He fouls out with 6 points. I'm just saying that if the ball's getting ready to put in play, that whistle's got to be in the mouth, does it not? Oh, well.
Okie doke.
Owens at the line will shoot 2. That's a 10th team foul on Herrin, and Owens makes the first. He has 9. 49-41. Woodlawn's going to go to 13-2. They'll play Tuesday night at 7 p.m. at home against the winner of Wayne City and Weber Township. And we will have that game on WMIX 94.1 FM with a pregame starting around 6:45. As Lucan shoots one from 30, it's no good. Owens had the rebound and got crashed into. Owens will walk the other way. Let's go through that again. Woodlawn at home Tuesday night at 7 p.m. First round, the MTC tournament. They currently are 16-0 in the last 4 years. That would be 4 titles in a row. Woodlawn will play at 7 against the winner of Wayne City and Weber Township. We will be there on WMIX 94.1 FM as well as at WMIXsports.com with a pregame at 6:45. Owens' first free throw up and in, and this is a nice win, Mike, for Woodlawn to come in here and beat a Class 3A River-to-River school.
Absolutely. A great effort here. Not taking anything away from anybody the whole game, but boy, the last 5 minutes we were talking about Woodlawn Cardinals made a statement right then.
Owens picked it up, as did the Cardinals. They're up 11. Lukens with another 3, as Woodlawn says, fine, shoot it, we don't care. 52-44. Your final tonight, as I just said, the Woodlawn Cardinals 52, Herrin Tigers 44, in a very tough, physical, and demanding effort by the Woodlawn Cardinals. We need to take a break. We'll come back with the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm Reese Barnfield with a look at your next rad weather. Rain and possibly a thunderstorm for tonight. A flash flood watch is in effect. A low around 32 degrees. Cloudy for tomorrow, then gradually becoming mostly sunny. Temperatures falling throughout the day to around 27 degrees. Chances of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Mostly clear for tomorrow night, a low around 18. Mostly sunny Monday, high 32. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Hi, this is Joe Gliosi, commercial banker for People's National Bank in beautiful Mount Vernon, Illinois. People's National Bank has served local businesses and farmers for over 100 years. With a wide variety of deposit and loan products, we have all your banking needs covered. From opening or expanding a business to purchasing a farm implement for the upcoming season, People's National Bank is here to help. Stop by today and let us show you what a true community bank can do for you. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois farmers and businesses since 1909. Member FDIC.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Rend Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013 and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Rend Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
The all-new 2013 Dodge Dart expresses an impressive level of visual drama. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler Center in Mount Vernon. Inside and out, the Dart is the most advanced car in its class. Outside, clean lines from nose to tail form its curvaceous silhouette. The unmistakable split crosshair grille accentuates its low, wide stance. And the available full-width, racetrack-style LED tail lamps make an aggressive statement. Inside, Dart includes a number of available class-exclusive features, including dual temperature control, ambient lighting, refined soft-touch surfaces, and a 7-inch thin-film transistor premium cluster display. Come see the all-new Dart SE at King City Chrysler or browse our inventory online at kingcitychrysler.com. There is something for everyone here at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, and find us on Facebook.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the collision pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Sesser Auto Body postgame show starts now.
Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies. This means Sesser Auto Body can get your vehicle back on the road faster next time you have a collision. See the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Denny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside. 52-44. The Woodlawn Cardinals win and improve to 13-2 on the season, and we'll play again on Tuesday night in the first round of the Midland Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll have scoring and stats from this one. You're listening to the defending Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
Don't miss the huge cleanup sale going on now at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Save an extra 15% off the already marked down prices on all La-Z-Boy reclining furniture, all sofas, holiday, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, check out all the new painted furniture at the General Store. Save 60% off all Christmas and 30% off all jams and candle jars. So get there, Newell Furniture and the General Store. They are cleaning up to save you more.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois welcomes Dr. Beth Conrarty to their medical staff. Dr. Conrarty specializes in comprehensive pain management using a multidisciplinary team approach by working with other specialists for optimal diagnosis and treatment of pain. Dr. Conrarty will treat most conditions of the spine, including management of cancer pain. Dr. Beth Conrarty, helping to make life better day after day at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon. Call 618-242-3778.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXSports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Sesser Auto Body. Sometimes things happen in automobile. They're beyond your control. When they do, take your vehicle to Sesser Auto Body. They can get you on the road quicker and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Danny Czerwinski and Mike Richardson alongside. The Woodlawn Cardinals win again, 52-44 on the road at Herrin. And time to know how they did it, how they came away with it. I'll turn it over to Mike Richardson with the scoring and stats.
Thank you very much, Danny, and for the Herrin Tigers, who fall to 4-11 on the season. They turn it over 14 times. Only 5 of a pretty clean second half by both teams. The stats will bear out. 18 rebounds. They did a great job rebounding tonight against the Cardinals. In that half of shooting, they were 6 out of 12 regular, 1 of 5 behind the arc. Those totals end up 15 out of 24 and 4 out of 11 behind the arc, a total of 19 to 35. They shoot the basketball tonight 56% from the field, but the turnovers, you just lose so many possessions in that regard. They only go to free throw line 5 times total in the game, make a couple for 40%. They put people in the scoring column off the bench. As we mentioned earlier, Branch had a nice ball game for him with a couple of points. Beasley was held to 2 points tonight. Had 4 guys with 6 points, Butler, Pirtle, Tate, and Krukowski. He had 2 out of 4 threes in the ball game, and the leading scorer, Justin Lukens, he had a nice ball game tonight. Dished out some nice assists. He had 16 points in leading the Herrin Tigers of their 44 total team points. And for the Woodlawn Cardinals, kept the turnovers down, only 4 in the second half, 11 on the game. Better job of rebounding. They had 11 second-half rebounds. That total got up to 16. They shoot it 7 out of 11, 1 of 7 behind the arc, 14 out of 25 shooting regular, a total of 3 of 14 behind the arc tonight. Them totals end up 17 out of 39 for 44%. That was a 1% higher than the first half. They go to the free throw line 13 times in the second half, totaling 18. They were 15 out of 18, 83% free throwing. They make 10 of those free throws out of 13 in that second half. Most of them were in the fourth quarter. And Woodlawn had some guys, Ty Coleman off the bench with a big bucket, great defensive effort for him tonight. Jake Robinson off the bench with a rebound and a stick back. 4 each for Kennedy and Isaac. 8 by Jason Hateman, and boy, the 4 free throws down the stretch was very important to him getting a rebound as well. And 12 points for Gabe Owens. He was 4 for 4 on the free throw line in that fourth quarter. And Chris Harlow had a nice ball game tonight when he really took advantage of the inside play, was able to slash and cut on some back picks there by the Cardinals. He leads the Woodlawn Cardinals in scoring with 20 as Woodlawn gets out of here and survives 52-44 at Herrin.
We need to take one final break. When we come back, we'll pick our Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game. You're listening to the reigning Class 1A state champion Woodlawn Cardinals on the Showcase on WMIX.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, equal
When an
housing
emergency
lender.
happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Remind you to drive safe on the way home from the ninth game. Next time you have an accident, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body. Get back on the road faster. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. And Mike, we're to the point we got to pick Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game. And one guy just kind of stood out the entire night after he came back from a little injury, came back and did some damage for the Woodlawn Cardinals.
Put a little scare in us. I know that
Yes,
early
he did.
in the ball game for sure on that turnover. So with that turnover withstanding. Chris Harlow, the senior, was 6 out of 10, shooting 1 out of 5 behind the arc for a total of 7 out of 15, 47% on the night. Goes to the free throw line, cashes in 5 of 7, throws in a couple of rebounds, a couple of nice passes on the inside as well during that 5-minute stretch that the Woodlawn Cardinals were able to pull this victory out. Chris Harlow ends up with 20 points, and he is a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game.
Flyweight Hours and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. We got to wrap it up and get out of here. PE has taken over Memorial Gymnasium down on the floor as kids have all jumped on the floor to take over. Mike started out good, went bad, got back good towards the end, and this is one of those games, a physical contest. Grind them out. Woodlawn's going to feel it in the morning, but a game in which Woodlawn came down here, battled hard. We'll feel it in the morning, but boy, it feels good to get another win against a Class 3A school in the Herrin Tigers.
Yeah, and these are the games you have to play and win. I mean, you find a way to win. It's not the prettiest thing, but you win and move on. But we've talked about the basketball side of the Midland Trail Conference. A few teams down this year, it seems like, and Woodlawn has to thrive by working on that non-conference schedule. And games to note coming up. Have another game later on with Carmi. Got a game with Florida to pick up. They go through the conference tournament. So these games are very important for their success the rest of the year. And it is a big one to get here tonight. And it is a physical team. So put it on the W side and get out of here and go home and enjoy it.
Enjoy it, we will. Woodlawn, of course, we're back in action on Tuesday night. Now, next week's schedule is going to be an interesting one. We have all kinds of things going on next week here on WMIX on both the boys and girls side as far as basketball is concerned. The best way you can keep track of things is to go to WMIXsports.com. You can look at that website. We have scores and schedules, highlights and archives, all kinds of things there. Or you can go to Facebook.com/WMIXsports. We put up content of scores, schedules, and whatnot up there as well all the time, or follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Here's the schedule as we know it. On Monday night, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams will open up play in the Carbondale Holiday Tournament, or Carbondale Midwinter Tournament, against DuQuoin at 7:30. We will be on the air on that one at 7:15 from Carbondale on WMIX 94.1 FM, as well as at WMIXsports.com with video of that game. Tuesday night, the Woodlawn Cardinals will be back in action, defending their Midland Trail Conference Tournament Championship. They won 4 of those in a row. They will be home on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Pregame at 6:45 on WMIX 94.1 FM, as they will host the winner of the Wayne City and Weber Township game. Pregame will be at 6:45. On Wednesday night, the Mount Vernon Rams open up play at the Salem Invitational Tournament at 7 p.m. against the Effingham Flaming Hearts. That game will start at 7 o'clock. It'll be pregame at 6:45 on WMIX 94.1 FM and audio only on WMIXsports.com due to blackout restrictions at Salem High School. After that, Mike, you got to pay attention to WMIX on the radio, WMIXsports.com, Facebook.com/WMIXsports, as well as at WMIX Sports on Twitter, because after that, we know we're going to have games Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We just don't know where, when, and who yet. We got an idea. We can't say anything yet right now.
Get your racing forms, that's for sure. We will be in touch that way, and looking forward to doing some action this week and weekend. So, everybody just stay tuned, listen. Every social media you can, get the updates, and we'll be glad to do it.
Woodlawn wins here tonight, 52-44 at Herrin. For our WMIX Sports team of Holly Carroll, Mike Richardson, I'm Denny Czerwinski. Thank you for listening, and good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body. Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Red Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And by Coach House Garages, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. and People's National Bank. For inside information before, during, and after the game, log on to WMIXSports.com or find us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your home for news, talk, sports, and today's hot country. WMIX.